Alright, welcome to another video of Minecraft survival games. Was really not wanting to do another one of these videos in the same week I did one, because, you know, they're supposed to be like filler videos. But I was not productive this week. I achieved nothing. So, kind of have to do one of these, sadly. But I do have like a semi-interesting topic to talk about in today's video. Employment, jobs. Isn't that interesting? So, a little bit of context. I work in a hardware store. I actually cannot specifically say which one because I signed away that right. I'm pretty sure when I got hired there. I remember having to do something like saying like I'm not allowed to talk about the store or the store details outside of work or on social media, something like that. Or I just can't use the store's name, you know, because I could like I actually don't know why. I don't know why they do that. I'm guessing it's just like a normal procedure, like all places do that. It's really annoying, but for simplicity, I'm just not gonna say where I work. But hardware store in the US, there's like, oh, you have diamond sword. I'm going for you. There's like 3 big ones. I work at one of those. That's the most context I'll give you. Ooh, best sword in the game. I'll take it. But I'm just going to talk about things that annoy me working in retail in general. Now, if you've never had to get a job in your life, you are lucky. If you've never had to go through like a job interview, even luckier. Thankfully, I've only gone through one of each. This is my first job, and I haven't gotten fired yet, so I have no need for another job yet. But, man, is it annoying working in retail. For starters, customers, like 90... okay, I really don't want to be mean to the customers, but most of them are extremely entitled and think they just own the world. And they'll make sure you know that. They'll make sure. And, like, I can tolerate that. I can tolerate that. But, oh, whoops. I always accidentally throw my heal pots. But they do a lot of other things, too, that annoy me. Like, for instance, sometimes in retail, you'll get an item, or a customer will bring you an item, and it won't have a barcode on it. And I suppose this is different in every single place. So, like, maybe if you're at, like, a Target, it's going to be different from, like, a Best Buy. But at the place I work, you have to like look it up based on the name and what it looks like, or you have to tell the customer to go back and look for the item and find one with a barcode. And you know, customers being extremely entitled and all, they are not going to do that, or not easily at least, or willingly. So what ends up happening is I have to look it up, and when I look it up, say it's we'll say it's a drill. In the store, we'll have maybe 40 branch drills and different types of drills, too, that are used for different things. So there's like driver. I don't know how I won that game. I guess the guy just died. Okay, alright. That's fine. That's fine. Anywho. Though you'll have like a driver, you'll just have a normal drill, you have a drill that like does both, it's multi-purpose. There's a lot of different types of things. And typically it's pretty easy to find the item. Say like the box is green, I just have to look in the computer for another box that's green and like compare the SKUs, so the little number under the barcode. And then that'll tell me which one is theirs. But the problem is, as soon as you open up that screen, and there's like 40 drills there, the customer is just naturally going to pathfind to the cheapest item, and that is 100% theirs. Like, there's no way the more expensive one could be theirs, you know? And that just... I've had customers come up, and even though, like, their box is completely different, or they'll have, like, there's just no possible way. Oh, nope. Not winnable. Wait, no. This is winnable. I want those diamond boots really bad, man. All right, there we go. Easy. But just the confidence on some of those customers, I have to give it to them. They'll know for a fact anyone with 2 brain cells to put together can look at that item and go, "Sir, that those are different items." And they know that, but they will stick to the one that's $50 cheaper, and they are very confident about it. And that just I can't argue with the customer because, you know, customer's always right, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like I should at least push back there, like, "Sir, these are completely different items." But that's just like working retail 101. You just got to do whatever pleases the customer, sadly. Other things that annoy me. So this is not actually the store I work at's fault. Well, to some degree it is, but for the most part it's not their fault. I'll get an item, and instead of having no barcode, it'll have, I think the most is like, let me think, probably like 15 barcodes on it. And we have self-checkout where I work, and I don't blame the customers for not being able to figure out which one is the barcode, and it ends up like confusing the system, and then it'll like stop them and shut down the self-checkout. But as like a cashier that started there, trying to figure out which barcode is the right one, and there's only one that works. It's not like any of them work. Only one of them works. And you have to just know which one that is, sadly. And I'll never understand it. And like I said, it's not the company I work at. It's not their problem. It's like the manufacturers of that tool specifically, or that item, because they're the ones that are in charge of that. No bow spamming. Stop. No. Even though I do it all the time, I will not allow it. Ooh, you had a full upgrade of everything for me. Thank you. Yeah, but I just don't get it. It's so simple, just for like everyone else's sake, to just put one barcode on there. And I've never actually figured out what the other barcodes are for. Maybe they sell them at like multiple stores, and those barcodes are used at the other ones. Who knows? And like this only one of them works where I work. That would actually make like some sense, but yeah, I've just given up on questioning it. If you work in retail for like at least a week, that's all it takes to figure out which barcodes are the right ones and which ones aren't. And then you got it down for the rest of it. What are other things? Oh, when I have a customer come in and they ask me where something is, I do really, really, really want to help them. Don't get me wrong. But there is not all that much I can do. For the record, if you're a customer and you walk into retail, I'm just gonna help you out here. Unless you see an older person that's obviously been working at the store for at least like 2 years, do not go up and ask like a 16-year-old where something is in the store. Because chances are, if it's not directly by the checkout area, a cashier is not going to know, much less a 16-year-old. The most we see of the whole like store is around the registers. Dang, this is the second game I've won without having to do anything for the last fight. Well, that's convenient. Oh, and we get into a game right away. You know, out of all the maps on CubeCraft, this one's got to be the worst. There's like so few chests on it, and I don't know, everything about it annoys me. I never get good loot either. Like, look. Yay, full leather armor. I'm gonna win every fight this game. Okay, I'm actually getting nervous, because this guy's gonna follow me. Alright, time to go full speed mode. Oh shoot, he's still following me. I don't have food either. Oh yes, they start fighting. There's a chance, unless that guy goes for me. Anywho, just if you walk into a store, try to go for like someone that actually looks like they know what they're doing. Because chances are, if you ask the random teenager, They're not going to have a clue where anything in that store is. Am I getting chased? I am getting chased. Huh. It's the same guy from the beginning. Okay. Let's get this into a position I can win it. Now this is as good as ever. Goodbye. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, just never go for the teenager. Much less me. If you ask me where something is, I'm just gonna look at you and go, I have no clue. I try to help everyone find their items, just because I'm supposed to, but deep down I know I'm not gonna find anything, and I'm gonna have to end up calling someone over to help you out. Isn't there a chest up here? Nope. Eh. What else? What else? You know, last thing, I suppose, that annoys me working retail is the amount of people that, like, go out of their way to steal. And truly, maybe I'm just naive, but, like, I thought going into it, maybe one person a month would try to steal from the store I work at. But no. When I've worked there, I've witnessed at least 7 people, and I've worked there for like 6 months now, almost 6 months. I've witnessed at least 7 people steal in front of me and deny it, and then I've heard about a ton of other people doing it. It's so bad, we have to have an agent in the store, like, that works in asset protection to, like, catch those people. And working as a cashier, that is the worst. When you have someone come up and, like, there's like 2 ways it can go through. One, they'll come in up to you and say, hey, I already paid for this, but I don't have a receipt. And I can't, like, you know, counter them and say, like, oh, well, like, I can't just not let them out of the store, because I'm not allowed to do that. Literally all I can do that I'm allowed to do is ask to see a receipt, and if they don't have one, I'm not supposed to stop them from walking out. But just the amount of effort these people put into it, you know? I think I'll have to make an entire video talking about all the times I've witnessed people stealing from me, because the effort these people put into it is unbelievable. If like all of them got together and put their brains together, I guarantee they could rob a bank in no time, because they're just putting too much in. Yeah, I'll have to talk about that in, like, its own video itself, because it's crazy. And I've seen a lot of interesting ways people go by doing it. But yeah, the typical person just loads their cart with all the most expensive items, says they're returning it, and walks out of the store. Even though, you know, to return it, you go to the service desk the opposite way. Doesn't make much sense, but we have called the police on them a couple times, and they've gotten captured, so they don't always win, thankfully. But if you're smart, you only do it at the store once. Yeah, that's about all that annoys me working in retail, though. Now I can focus on PvP against kids that don't fight back. Man, I actually feel bad about that. That was a long fall. Yeah, like I was saying, though, generally speaking, CubeCraft maps are not that bad. But this one, oh, that's the other annoying thing. The zone, you can't see it. That, like, pushes you towards the middle. And it just randomly jumps out on you. You can't see it, and it jumps, like, 40 blocks out. So if you're at the back of the map when that happens, like this kid was, he just came out of that fight, or came out of the storm at literally 2 health. There's nothing he could do to win that fight against me. It's just bad design. I don't understand why they wouldn't gradually make the map come out towards the center instead of just say, hey, let's make it jump out 30 blocks and jump scare the next player. What are you doing, buddy? He looks peaceful. I'm just gonna let him vibe up there, you know. The game should be over by now, and just in all reality, it should. But this is the other thing that annoys me. Thankfully, this player's not gonna abuse it, but you can stay up there. There's not barrier blocks to stop you from just like going up there and doing nothing. and there's nothing I can do down here to get you down. I've literally had matches, sadly, where I've had to wait like at most, I think the record was 55 minutes for a player to just leave the game and go forward. Because I can't get up to them, and there's not much I can do. This is about as high as I can go on this map. I really feel bad about this. He's not even trying. Hey, buddy. Eat food. Heal. You gotta heal. You're on half a heart, man. Eat food. Oh, he only has raw. Rabbit. I shall put you out of your misery. I shall put you out of your misery, little one. Yay, I feel very achieved. Yeah, but that's another episode of survival games and CubeCraft and attacking kids that cannot physically fight back. So satisfying. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment, please subscribe. I only have 41 subscribers, so no reason you can't subscribe. And yeah, as always, have a wonderful day and catch you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.